Atin Yan. Catch the latest news about the latest happenings in and around the Ateneo. Atin Yan. Be in the know and get to know persons and personages in the Ateneo. Atin Yan. Atin Yan. Ateneo Yan. Atin Yan. Fly high, Blue Eagle flying.
All right, exactly 8 minutes past the hour, or rather 5 minutes past the hour of 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Monday. Today is the 18th day of November. Ayan, so if you are counting down the days to Christmas, then I think we are just a few days away, like 30 plus days na lang bago magpasko. And we can already feel it here in our university, of course, coming to you live from straight inside the Ateneo de Manila University for our weekly rundown of weekly events and activities dito lang po sa ating palatutunang pinamagatang Atin Yan!
Atin Yan. Atin Yan. Ateneo Yan. Atin Yan.
Magandang hapon, ako po si Cholo Mallilin from the Loyola Schools.
Ako po si Castillo mula rin sa Loyola Schools. So magandang hapon sa ating mga tigapakinig at tigapanood.
Magandang hapon kapatid, long time no see.
May mga nagtanong na nga sa akin,
Bakit?
nag-away ba kayo ni Cholo? Hindi kayo magkasama. Lagi ko isa lang yun nandoon, wala yung isa. Sabi ko, actually po, nag-away kami. Pero hindi po.
Hindi totoo yun.
Busy lang po
Ang
kami.
dalawa ay abala sa maraming mga pangyayari.
Divide and conquer po kasi ang style namin ni kapatid na Cholo.
So I think the last time I was on air for this show, kasama ko si Justin.
Oo.
Ayan, Justin.
Last time naman ako, kasama ko rin si Justin.
Oo nga.
Yeah.
So ngayon naman,
Si Justin,
finally, we are back together. Live on air. Live na live po tayo ngayon sa ating palatuntunang Atin Yan. And you can tune in to us, of course, over the regular FM band 87.9 on Radyo Katipunan.
And if you want to follow us through your social networks, we have, of course, Facebook. That's Facebook Live, rather. No? So on Facebook/Radio Katipunan, or you could also follow us through audio streaming. We have the jescom.ph site or radiotomy.com/Radio Katipunan.
Ayan. Gusto ko pa simulan by sending out a shout out, isang mainit na pagbati sa lahat ng mga heads that are here on campus dito sa Ateneo de Manila, because we have the president of Ateneo de Zamboanga, si Father Karel San Juan, was with us
Last Saturday.
We had a leadership summit, but I know that they are here now on campus. Nakita ko rin kanina si Father June Viray. Si Father June ay presidente ng
Si Father
Naga ba?
Province, di ba?
Ganun ba? akala ko presidente pa rin siya ng isang Ateneo.
Well, kasi sila na ngayon ang namumuno ng lahat ng mga Jesuit missions, including the school. So
I know that they're having a big meeting somewhere on campus, all of the heads of the various Ateneos, and we'd just like to say hi and welcome po sa Ateneo de Manila. Hope you enjoy your stay.
Yes, so, at maliban sa ating mga Jesuit fathers na nandito, meron din tayo mga young Jesuit brothers.
Yan? Really?
Ito, dalawa.
Akala ko meron mga religious brothers. Yes!
Malay natin. Maging
Kung kayo po ay nanonood sa amin sa Facebook Live, then you will see that we have two very young gentlemen with us, and later on they are going to be telling us more about Buhay High School.
Yes,
Senior High
School.
In particular. But before we get into that, gusto ko lang din siguro magbigay ng konting recap on some events that just transpired. Of course, diba, we won our first game in the finals. Congratulations ating Ateneo men's basketball team for winning our game 1 over UST. I know a lot of people are already, they can feel it na we will take home the crown again. Kuwera kayabangan pero yan, we're just one game away from actually winning another championship. Our third. Tama, our third in a row.
That's
Kasi
right.
back-to-back tayo. And
So if ever three-peat.
So, three-peat, no? So, game 2 of the finals is happening on Wednesday at the Mall of Asia Arena. And tickets went on sale already today. Marami nagtanong sa amin over the weekend, kailan ang bentahan ng tickets? But sorry, we had not enough lead time to tell you na the tickets were actually sold today.
Today, that's right. No? There still might be some tickets left, pero medyo pahirapan na yan, kapatid.
Pahirapan.
Oo.
Especially, this could be the final game of the season.
right.
This could be the game where we win our third championship in a row. So talagang mahirap ang tickets. Kahit ako, I tried, pero sa TV na lang ulit.
Yes. And para dun sa mga hindi nakakuha ng tickets, good news, kapatid, meron tayong live feed
Uy, husay.
on a large scale screen sa Wednesday sa AMPC cafeteria.
Okay, so sa
Alright.
atin yan sa Loyola Schools.
That's right, no. So,
they can
but of
watch
course,
it.
anyone, all our community members who are on campus and were not able to get tickets,
Tama.
could pop by the cafeteria. May pagkain ka na, may live feed ka ba, no?
And of course, school spirit talaga. In full effect kasi maraming hindi makakapanood naman kasi medyo malayo ang MOA sa atin.
Tsaka may pasok pa rin
At may
tayo.
pasok pa rin.
Ganyan natin
Despite
stay,
the clamor from the various sectors na sana kung pwede, full force ang support natin. Hindi talaga kaya kasi naghahabol din tayo ng ating diba?
That's right,
studies for malapit na rin ang finals, diba? For
Yes,
first
finals
semester.
will be in 3 weeks' time.
Tama. Second week of December.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so don't worry. We will definitely bring the experience to you if you are not going to be able to make it there in person. Feel the school spirit in full effect dyan po sa cafeteria. I've watched the games in the cafeteria. Saya rin. Parang
Para din ka na rin. Ano yun?
parang lahat maririnig mo. Di ba? Okay.
Saya niyan. May pagkain ka pa.
Alright. At may pagkain pa.
At because of that, we'd like to thank also our partner sponsor, no, Smart,
Uy.
who'll be providing the streaming, and then some other sponsors who will introduce on Wednesday who provide the equipment. Yan.
All right.
So,
and just
maraming
to,
salamat.
I guess also give credit where credit is due to our other universities who won in the recently held cheer dance competition, UAAP Season 82 cheer dance competition, which was held yesterday sa Mall of Asia Arena. So we'd like to send props out to the NU Pep Squad. Ayan, for winning first place in tama ba? In the cheer dance competition for 2019. Pinaghirapan talaga nila to, and their theme was Philippine pop culture type. Ayan, so medyo talagang coming in from typically ang NU na sa mga 5th place, 6th place, ganyan. Pero ngayon, nanalo sila ng championship in our cheer dance competition.
First time pa nila, kapatid?
Hindi naman ata. Oo, pero yun.
Pero lagi nag-replace ang NU.
Oo. So, parang hasn't happened in a while. So, congratulations to the NU Pep Squad. And then the second place placer yesterday in the cheer dance competition was FEU, Far Eastern University. Ayan, the FEU Cheering Squad. Ayan. At saka, sinundan sila ng Adamson Pep Squad in 3rd place. 4th place was UST. 5th place was UP. Ayan. And of course, sharing 7th and 8th place are Ateneo and De La Salle University. Diyan tayo magaling. Every now and then naman, di ba? Give chance to others.
naman.
Sa ibang competition. Okay. So congratulations where it is due. Congrats to the NU.
So sa Lasal, parang minsan naman maganda rin mapunta sa mga lower ranks.
Oo nga.
So, joke lang sa mga kapatid sa Lasal.
Hello.
Hello sa inyo. No?
Ayan. Pinapatugtog natin in the background now. Ito ang Liga theme song for the 40th or rather the season 82 of UAAP. Okay? And then meron pa tayong mga ibang gustong ipaalam to the community, particularly those who look forward to our weekly calendar of events. Ayan. Ibigay na natin ang ating maikli lang naman to, ang ating events calendar for this week. Ayan. So, starting off with an event happening when?
Today.
Meron ngayon, ano? Okay. Ayan. Game. Okay. Weekly events calendar. Today is Monday, November 18. Ayan, the Office of the President and the Department of Political Science has an event at the Escalier Hall. Ano ba to? Nakita mo na, kapatid?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is parang a lecture. Okay.
So it's a lecture by Miss Rebecca Tanyada. Okay, Parangal Lingkod Sambayanan 2019 awardee. Alright. Sustaining Peace.
Ayan.
So it's coordinated by the Office of the President and the Department of Political Science, happening later at 5 to 6:30 p.m. Escalier Hall. So if you're interested to hear Miss Rebecca Tanyada talk about peace and sustaining peace, please do make an RSVP pa. No? Since mamayang hapon pa naman ito sa Political Science through Mr. Hansley Juliano. Alright, local. Si Hansley. No? So you could call the local of the office, local 5250 or 5252. But of course, you have to go through the trunk line, which now starts with the number 8. 84266001, local 5250 or 5252. Or you could also make send a text message to Hansley through 0999, that's 3 9s, 439 8548. Right, well. But I'm sure you could also just pop by dun, kapatid. No?
Pwede naman
may registration dyan.
Meron yan. So that's at Escalier Hall tomorrow. The lecture. Ay, mamaya na pala. Tama. Okay, I was on to our next
Monday.
event. Okay. The next event for this week is for tomorrow. This is actually a series of professorial lectures. This may actually be the first for the semester, but it's of course a very important theme. So Dr. Gina Hechanova of our psychology department in the Loyola Schools will be giving a professorial lecture on mental health.
Mental health.
So this is of course brought to us by our Office of the Associate Dean for Research and Creative Work and the University Research Council. So the professorial lecture on mental health by Dr. Gina Hechanova is happening tomorrow at 4 in the afternoon, 4 to 6 p.m. at the Faber Hall, ground floor, room 101. Ayan, so that's tomorrow, November 19.
Also happening tomorrow is a documentary film, Sulu and China, Past and Present Relations. Brought to us by the Chinese Studies Program. It's happening at the morning of 8:30 a.m. till 10:30 a.m. At the Paura AVR.
Okay.
Paura AVR.
There you go.
So documentary film showing Sulu and China, Past and Present Relations.
All right, and one last event, I guess for the week, it's next week.
Next week, pero advance notice, why
Pwede
not?
na rin naman. November 27, Wednesday, there is going to be, I guess, a talk on minimizing smuggling and restoring public trust in the Philippine Bureau of Customs.
Nako.
Ayan, medyo importante rin pag-usapan din yan.
Oo.
And that is an event sponsored by the, is this ACE? Or
ASERD.
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 Ano yung ASERD? Parang yung narinig siya.
Sa Econ.
Okay. So it's put on by the ASERD, and it happens at the SOS Dean's Conference Room, 4th floor of Leong Hall. And that's happening at 5 to 6 p.m. next week pa, November 27, Wednesday, 5 to 6 p.m. Minimizing smuggling and restoring public trust in the Philippine Bureau of Customs. Confirm your attendance on or before Monday, November 25. And they have a form. Medyo mahabang
I would think pwede itong ma-search, kapatid, sa Google Forms.
And we will post it also on our Facebook page, our Facebook feed later on. Okay? So that's about it. Of course, the big event happening in the weekend.
Yes.
Even if we don't win, which is siguro naman medyo malayo na mangyari, no?
Pero just
even if
modesty aside.
even if we don't win the championship on Wednesday and we have to go on to a game 3 on Saturday, tuloy na tuloy ang bonfire.
Yes, win or lose, the bonfire is something we choose to do. Alright, so we have to...
ba tayo on the bonfire?
Huh?
Is it going to be still be held in...
Yes, well, I was talking to the college athletics office earlier this afternoon. Most of the events will still be happening here sa grade school parking area complex. So we transform pretty much the parking area of the grade school into a bonfire grounds. So gaya po nung nasabi ni kapatid na Cholo, on Saturday, kayo manalo or matalo,
really?
alright,
Okay.
magkakaroon ng bonfire.
Okay, right.
Ang difference lang is if pala rin tayo na sa Wednesday we bag the championship already.
Okay.
When we have the bonfire on Saturday, there will be time for autograph signing.
Alright.
And so we'll probably promote the details of the autograph signing after Wednesday. Kasi
I see.
yun yung
Let's not preempt it. Baka
Let's not
malasin tayo.
preempt it. So baka sa Hinig Ateneo po, pag nakita-kita tayo sa Thursday,
Alright.
isisingit namin yan.
Sige.
Pero kung sakaling may Game 3, the reason why there won't be any autograph signing is because, again, the games are happening at MOA.
Right.
So, masyadong
so
matagal.
they will be coming straight from the game just in
That's
case
right.
magka-game 3.
So, diretsong bonfire na.
Diretso ng bonfire. Wow.
Kaya manalo or matalo. Pero again, bakit naman tayo matatalo, Justin?
Oo. Bakit
Diba,
naman? Mahirap yun. I am putting
Just
money on
in
it.
case.
Ay, bawal pa. Okay, but of course,
Yan.
we are already excited to finish this season. Okay?
Kasi magsisimula naman na kapatid ang
SEA Games.
SEA Games at ang traffic.
At ang traffic.
Sobrang traffic, walang pasok ang ating mga kapatid sa Lasal.
Oo nga. Good for you. Oo nga.
Good for them,
Marami,
no?
pero marami mga venues kasi all over, di ba? All over the metro.
Key points in Metro Manila and in Clark ba?
Pero fortunately or unfortunately, hindi tayo affected.
Oo nga. Walang dadaang katipunan yun.
Walang malaking coliseum dito or
Sayang.
sports center. Okay.
Oo.
All right. So game. So finally we can get to introduce our special guests for today.
Yes.
And
Our
it's
young
not-
gentlemen.
This is actually, I think, the first time that we've had, at least on our show,
Yes.
on Atin Yan, di ba? Some representatives from our high school.
Yes.
Kasi palaging puro Loyola Schools sa pinag-uusapan natin. Di ba?
Or sa pagkasama naman namin ng high school, ang kasama namin karaniwan yung mga tiga-Sibol.
Mga taga-Sibol na
Dun sa kabilang show namin ni Sir Cholo. Pero ngayon pong hapon, kasama po natin ang officers, ilan sa mga officers ng Student Council.
And I would say the top officer, because we are graced by the presence of none other than the president of the Ateneo Senior High School, Sanggunian.
And the executive secretary.
That's right. Okay, so pakilala na muna natin ang president of the Ateneo Senior High School, Sanggunian, Mr. Matthew Chonko. Yay!
Who is
Hi,
also...
Matthew. On na natin mic mo. Ayan, say hi.
Hello.
Yun, no? How presidential.
Okay.
Alright. And we have...
Sige.
our executive secretary of the Sanggunian din ba ang tawag? Sanggunian. AHS Sanggunian. We have Mr. Diego. What's your last name, Diego? Diego Gloria.
Wala ba tayo ng kantang Gloria?
Ito nga, bagay yung sa Pasko.
Hindi nila naabutan yun. Yung kantang Gloria, long time ago, in the 80s. Welcome, boys, Matthew and Diego. And thank you for spending time with us. Sana naman we're not taking away from anything important. Like, tapos na naman ang klase nyo, no?
Yes.
For today. Okay, good.
Tapos na.
1 p.m. dismissal.
Okay. Last Friday, wala kayong pasok.
Yeah.
Ngayon naman, half day kayo. Nag-aaral ba talaga kayo sa senior high school? Ayan. I was with them, kapatid, last Friday.
Oo nga daw.
Well, dapat kasama rin natin nun si Sir Cholo, no? Kaya lang, yun nga, meron kaming alitan.
Ano ba? Huwag ka maniwala mga tao.
No, so I told them we were busy with an emergency and that they will be immersed in such things when they come to the Loyola Schools, di ba kapatid?
Ayan.
Mas makatrabaho nyo kami pagpunta nyo ng Loyola Schools next year.
May we know what sections? What are your sections in
And
school?
tracks. Strands, sorry.
I'm from 12 Old Corn from the STEM strand.
Old, ano?
Old Corn.
Hindi ko na maintindihan.
Old coins?
Old corn?
Santo po siya.
Santo si Old Corn?
Yes.
Lumang mais?
Lumang mais.
Lumang mais, old
Yung
corn.
section na yan. Old corn, ha? Ayan, tuloy na.
It's not even a joke. But it's funny.
Anong first name ni Saint Old Corn?
Sweet old corn. Or
Okay.
cream of old corn. Old corn.
Dapat alam mo yan. No?
Edward Old Corn.
Meron talaga.
Edward Old corn.
Okay.
Okay.
I-research ko yan. Alright. And what about you, Jack?
From 12 Pro po sa STEM strand din. 12 Pro. PRO.
PRO lang.
As in
Pro.
professional.
Santo din yun.
Opo, Santo. Mexican saint po siya.
Really?
Mexican.
Saint Pro?
Blessed Miguel.
Ano first name niya?
Blessed
Miguel po.
Miguel
Blessed
Pro.
Miguel Pro. Just goes to show we don't know all of our Jesuit saints. Ay, sure, may mga Jesuita to mga to.
Opo, they have 44 sections sa senior high and all of them are Jesuit saints.
Jesuit saints.
And apparently, meron pa. So kung sakaling gusto na magka-section,
Wow.
marami pang pagpipilian.
What is Saint Miguel Pro known for?
What I know po, he was martyred in Mexico because it was during a time na syempre medyo delikado maging Katoliko.
Oh.
And he was found, he was gonna be shot, but before he was gonna be shot, he said, can you give me a rosary and a Bible? And he said, and he was told to face the other way from the guns. And as he was being shot, he turned around and then he shouted, "Viva Cristo Rey."
Wow.
So, martir talaga.
Good.
Yeah.
Parang may pagka-Rizal din yun. Bigla nang tatalikod. Bam! Miguel Pro. Pro. Ano tamang pronunciation?
Pro daw.
Pro. Parang bro, pero pro.
Pag Mexican daw. Pro.
Hombre.
Hombre.
Okay. And
Very good,
old
very
corn.
good. All right.
And your strands are?
STEM.
So,
STEM.
science, technology.
Engineering, mathematics.
Yan. Diba?
So kayo ba so senior high na kayo? You're graduating
yes, grade 12.
in March, di ba?
Both in grade 12.
Okay. Where do you guys want to go for college? Talaga yung tanong eh.
Okay.
Ano bang nyo? Dream school nyo?
For me, I want to stay in Ateneo because
Good answer!
Walang baka natin, Justin.
Oo naman.
kasi since grade 1 pa ako dito and parang mahirapan ako mag-adjust if ever I do go to a different school.
Ayan.
Loyalty award.
Do you already have a course in mind?
Well, yung nilagay ko sa application, applied chemistry and materials engineering.
Nice. Wow. Sauce. Science and engineering. And what about you, Diego?
Ako po, for now at least, Ateneo pa rin po. Kasi, for me, it's not just, syempre, academic-wise, it's something else din. Pero, you're also forced to be somewhat...
You're forced?
Molded na lang. Para mas molded. To be hindi lang academics yung tututuan mo, kundi yung katauhan din.
Yun, no? Holistic for
Atenista ba yung sagot mo?
development.
Basta, pero yan po. And you have to communicate not just with the other people, but you have to understand who you are din. As a person. So, it's well-rounded in that sense po. I guess. But,
And what course were you considering?
I'm, as of now po, BS Environmental Science.
Yes.
BS.
Wow, galing.
Pwede.
Parehong sauce. Sauce rin ang environmental science.
Well, kasi I guess dahil STEM na nga yung tinake nila this
Yun
senior
yung
high.
specialization, supposedly.
Yeah, and it's your area of interest.
Opo. I think that's the most important naman.
Nice.
Okay, so both of you are with the student government, with the Sanggunian of the senior high school. Did you, were you, matagal na ba kayong officers? I mean, from years past or?
Kasi senior high school is just 2 years.
Right.
When I was in grade 11, I didn't really run for like yung big positions.
Okay.
So yun, I think when I ran nung last February or March ng last year, actually this year pala. This year, nung February at March, parang it was rin a big step run for me. Like, I took it like a huge leap. It was a huge leap for me.
Wow. Okay.
Presidency, eh?
Oo nga. Marami kang kalaban sa...
It was just me and another guy.
Ayun. Okay.
Whom we'll call the other guy.
But they're good friends up to now.
Yeah. Okay naman yun. Well, sana kasi nga hindi kayo matuto maging trapo, no, sa inyong
definitely.
experience of student leadership, rather to find that, collaboration and of course some competition is always
Friendly competition
friendly
naman po.
and healthy, But at the end of the day, it's all about service.
Right.
Service.
But those personal
Well
things
said.
aside.
Ilan kayo sa Sanggu? Parang what's your structure like?
Well, sa Sanggu core, because we have like a core council, so
Is
we
that
have,
what it's called? The
Yes, po.
core council?
that we have something like 60?
Yeah, 60.
60. And then under that, you have...
So these are the presidents of...
di pa po yun kasama kasi
Iba pa.
the Sanggu core is made up of, for example, yung what we can call the district heads ng orgs, because each org is organized into a district, and then you have the vice chairs ng strands and the chairs mismo, kasi di ba we have strands and then you have four, so you have chairs and vice chairs, and then of course under those yung hindi na Sanggu core pero nonetheless Sanggu pa rin, and I think they have a very important role in disseminating to their class, is yung mga class presidents, yung mga org heads, you have all of those, they're still part of the Sanggunian, and all of their input is ganun na rin. It's always important.
Yun.
So
And who is your parang acting advisor or moderator?
Because there's like 4 of them.
Shout out naman sa kanila apat, di ba?
So first, the very lovely Maria Cecilia D. Lacson. Ma'am Zel. She's
Miss Zell Lacson.
she's the student activities coordinator. So siya yung parang pinaka-head out of all the 4.
Okay.
And then kasi there are 3 councils. There are 4 councils in the senior high school Sanggunian. So first one is the ACO,
Assembly of Class Officers.
So yung mga class officers, and that's the moderator for that is Ma'am Chris Lacdao.
Chris Lacdao. Hello, Chris.
Di ba kilala
Former intact
Really?
student facilitator.
Wow.
And then
Almost a decade ago, I think.
Magaling tayo mag-train ng mga future
naman.
leaders. Okay. Hi, Chris.
Desiderata, tinuro na niya ba yun sa inyo?
hindi.
Isa sa mga favorite poems ni Chris. Okay, but okay. Then so
And
hi to
then,
Chris, to Miss
and the
Lynn,
next one is
pa.
yung ATSI, it's Athletics Council. So yung mga sports club. So because we have basketball club, football club. So they're the ones who manage that. So yung moderator for that is Coach Jarrell Agkawili.
Gerard.
Coach Jarrell.
Jarrell.
Sorry,
Agkawili.
Jarrell.
Yeah.
Kapatid ni Jorel. Si Kalel.
Ano nila si Ja Rule? Kilala niyo ba si Ja Rule? Hindi rin.
Akala ko cool pa tayo. Kilala natin si Jarrell.
Si Sir Ja na lang. Agkawili. Hello, sir.
Hello.
And last but not least is...
lastly si Sir Ivan Gonzon. He's also my
Class moderator.
Ivan.
and siya yung moderator.
Old Corn.
Yes, sir. Siya yung moderator ng Old Corn and the moderator of CSO or yung Council of Student Organizations.
I see.
Interesting that we find out how the structures are of the different units, student government. Kasi tayo, parang it's almost parang alam na natin yung, especially ikaw, Chris, diba? Having worked in student activities also, the structure of the Sanggu, at least in college, medyo gamay na natin. It's interesting to know how
they
also the other units, particularly our up-and-coming leaders from the high school.
That's right.
So you are the president of this entire structure that you just described? Wow.
And then there's actually another council pero they don't have a moderator kasi.
Okay.
Kasi whenever the president gets elected, the president is the one who appoints the chairman or chairwoman for this council. So it's the Council of Student Committee. So parang how it works is it's directly under me. So parang there's no mod. Yung parang mod na niya is si Ma'am Zel Lacson.
Okay.
So under that council is like the Sandigans. So in the senior high school we have 5 Sandigans. So each of them have like an advocacy. So those 5 Sandigans. So for example, Alonsina, which just started this year.
Ang tawag?
Alonsina.
So
Alonsina.
yeah, it promotes Filipino
culture and heritage. And I think shout out na rin siguro natin is just earlier, I think we just saw it earlier. Over the weekend kasi syempre a big part of Filipino culture is what we call baybayin.
Yeah.
Yes.
So over the weekend it's been a project of theirs, and I guess it bore the fruit of their labor is now all of the classrooms in the senior high school, all of them have the section names. For example, Old Corn, all of them are written in baybayin na.
The written, diba?
Yeah, so that's
in baybayin.
so even the small things, yun yung tinututukan nila, I think.
Okay. So that's the first Sandigan.
Alonsina.
Sure.
The next one is Mapulon. So they focus on mental health.
Mapulon. Mental health.
Okay.
Mental health.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
Mental
there's
health and advocacy.
Yep.
Alright.
And they have
Very important as well.
they have a future project coming
Yeah.
up, pero secret pa rin daw. So
then there's Matanglawin. So
Matanglawin,
sila yung sa environment naman.
Yeah,
They focus on the environment. And this coming November 30, their upcoming project is called Aplaya. So it's
Coastal
Aplaya is a
cleanup.
coastal cleanup.
Oh, nice. Okay.
yeah, and with collaboration with other organizations pa rin.
And they're also collaborating this with another Sandigan, Kanlaon. So Kanlaon is for disaster readiness and preparedness. So DRRR.
Shout out sa class mod ko, siya yung moderator, Sir Keo.
Wow.
Moderator ng Kanlaon.
Opo, siya rin yung class mod.
Wow.
And then
Last but not least.
last but not the least, Lakambini. It's for gender equality and yung
Gender equality.
It helps yung LGBT community in our school.
Okay.
Pero in general, it helps every student have a safe home in that.
Yes.
Like they feel na they're at home whenever they're in the senior high school.
Pang
Create
safe
safe
space yung
spaces.
buong senior high school. And they have gender sensitivity talks na,
Very good.
Very
you know, like we were required to attend that, of course, kasi we have to understand, diba? And
Especially
syempre,
with the senior high school being co-ed.
yeah.
That's right.
And I think
It's been co-ed now for a few years, pero
yeah.
Oo.
So-
pero parang feeling ko we're still in the adjusting
Opo, kasi
stage, no?
kahit kami rin po nanibago. So we had to really understand what we were getting into.
Right.
And I think kahit yung mga transferees, syempre, coming into Ateneo, they also didn't really know what siguro the Ateneans from the junior high school were like. So in that sense, yung Sanggu, the teachers, the whole senior high school community, that they helped us transition into, I guess, becoming more mature people. Kasi sabi nga bang they gave us wings so that pagdating sa college, we can fly na.
Yun.
Yun yung sinasabi nila.
There are also female students in the Sanggu.
Oh yes,
yes
po.
po.
I think
Representation.
The former president, I think, was.
si Ate Bea Legaspi po.
Yeah.
Last year's president was
year.
ano.
Right now, because I mentioned 3 councils, the ACO, ATSI, and CSO. So all of them have vice president. So they're
And the
like,
CSC.
CSE. All those 4 councils, the pinaka-head nila na student is a female.
Are female.
Yeah.
Pero
Nice.
they can't be here right now kasi they're in a COMELEC meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, which they are missing because they
Yeah.
Okay lang yun?
COMELEC.
Daming
Kasi, the COMELEC meeting, I guess, is also, the agenda was to provide, to streamline processes so that pagkarating ng elections ng susunod na batch namin sa March,
Okay.
then it will be more consistent, mas madali silang mag-transition. So it's also to help our future leaders.
So service-oriented pa
hopefully
rin.
next year ma-interview nyo rin. So,
That's right.
All right. Galing. And, interesting. I mean, I'm just interested to know how many percent na ng senior high school student population ang babae?
okay, so sa strand namin sa STEM, we have, I think, more than 4,
Mga, like
12.
10 at average.
At average, more
10
than
per
over 10
class.
per class. But then you have other. Humes also has almost 10 din per. And then GA has almost the same amount, maybe a bit less. And then I know ABM has almost the same amount. And then GA has mga 4 or
they have
the least per section.
Okay. And so in total,
So most
that would
definitely
be
they are still the minority.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oo nga.
definitely.
30%.
Yeah, it's
Not
still-
Or not less than
I'd
even
say.
less. Oo.
But well, when you ask them naman, I think most of them would say, I think sana na. Well, they're fitting in well. I talked to some of them naman. They said that so far wala naman. They haven't been
Yeah, they feel-
discriminated against in particular.
Yeah.
And I guess sabi lang natin na minsan sila pa yung mas masipag kaysa sa mga Atenista nang galing sa junior high school. So it's not just introducing a new generation. I think also introducing more competition, yung mga mas matalino, mas masipag, and different work ethic talaga. So yun.
That's right.
It's a healthy mix.
Yeah,
Healthy
you
mix.
mentioned that. Iba talaga parang it can be competitive in a sense na the girls really have a different work ethic. I can imagine parang
Yeah.
among
Maninibago
boys,
ka talaga pag hindi ka sanay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, our teachers would joke na parang they're like inaabangan talaga nila na may babaeng students sa classroom nila kasi they used to sanay sila na all guys. Tapos mas feel nila na mas maayos yung mga work ng girls, like kapag may homework mas matino yung work nila.
Grabe. Tapos parang hearing this parang structure, the way it's and then pretty much you have to oversee a lot of sectors, di ba? In a lot of other concerns. Like ikaw, Matthew, what were your priority areas as president of the Sanggunian? Entering, I guess, well, now you're pretty much into it. Pero what for you are your priorities? Is it the advocacies? Is it the services for the students? What did you kind of focus on?
Well, yung sa advocacies kasi like what I said kanina, it's how it's structured. It's directly under me because I'm the one who appoints the chairwoman or chairman or chairwoman
Chairperson.
for that council. So I think with Erica Uy, she's the current CSC chairperson right now. I think by putting her there, I think na I put a lot of trust in her na yung values or the advocacies that I wanted to be upheld in the senior high school na nagagawa naman through her.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And yun rin, what I wanted when I was running rin was yun, parang student empowerment rin na because I feel na a lot of students feel na they don't
Get the chance
to serve.
Yeah.
Rin. And parang feel nila na di sila deserving to serve. So as much as possible, we try to give opportunities rin to a lot of students to be able to serve to be able to serve their peers. And I think one thing that we did nung start of the school year was we added positions in the Sanggunian. It's
The SPs.
parang to make it easier rin for us para divided yung work namin and yun nga rin to give chances to other students who weren't able to be in position.
Yeah.
To still participate in student governance and service.
So there are lots of opportunities for them because syempre you have the organizations and then almost I think all of our councils at least sa core council they're required to have may mga juniors din sa grade 11 and that's also because we want yung inputs ng juniors and we want to hone them na sana by grade 12 mas magaling na rin sila and of course pag grade 12 we also welcome yung mga tatakbo na rin. Like for example, Chonko, we didn't have any idea that he was gonna run. Tapos biglang tumakbo.
So, isip ko lang like 2 weeks before the election.
Yeah. Kasi
Talagang discernment,
he had visions pero sabi niya, kasi I think he thought na pang, we don't need the position to serve. Kasi tama naman, di ba? But then, biglang the opportunity presented itself. Tapos, and his seniors believed in him.
Yes.
Very good, very good. What are ikaw bilang executive assistant? You are
Executive
secretary.
Opo.
You are executive secretary to the president, ganun ba
Yes
yun?
po, opo.
Or to
Yes.
the entire structure?
I also appointed.
He appointed.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And I appointed a total of 3 people. So yung
Executive
Jago,
secretary.
executive secretary, and then my executive finance is in the cabinet meeting right now. Si Raf Tanseco.
Raf, okay.
Hello, Raf Tanseco.
Sino pa isa?
And then si Erica Uy, yung
Yung sa CS.
Erica.
Yeah.
So ito yung, parang ito yung ano mo,
Cabinet.
core group mo.
Oo.
The
Cabinet.
four of you.
Plus the vice presidents ng
Yes,
council.
po.
So the CSO, AFC, and ACO. Because those were elected by our batchmates then.
Ayun, elected
Yeah.
positions na yun.
So, I mean, the reason I think na kung ba't kami in-appoint, and that's been the reason for the past few years, is for example, yung nabanggit nga yung CSE, si Erica, he, as a Sanggu president, he has ideas and an atmosphere siguro that he wants to uphold in the senior high. And he has to know who he's gonna appoint para ma-uphold talaga yun. He has someone he has to trust. Same din sa position ko, yung executive secretary, is he needs to know na parang may transparency, and kapag may criticism, makakarating sa kanya. So, very candid kami pag nag-usap.
Yeah.
Wala.
I think mas madali rin kapag yung like the secretary, yung finance, kasi they're for me yung the 2 people na I work closely with the most. So parang it's easier for us to talk with each other since yun nga there's already a relationship among us. So yun nga, like what Diego said, if may criticism na kailangan sabihin sa akin, like if it comes from them, mas madali kong i-take than it coming from someone else.
And syempre, we want the criticism to reach him first before talagang naging widespread, diba? So, at the earliest stage, you want to stop the problem. And I think that's what, and...
I guess, well, speaking of which, parang, what are the hot and trending topics that you are dealing with now in the senior high school? I would be interested to know. Kasi di ba parang before, there was a whole thing about bullying and all of that. Pero ngayon ba, yun pa rin ba ang ang mainit na topic in terms of
ano yung
administration?
pulso ng inyong constituents, no?
Right.
And it's not phrased necessarily as criticism, but the feedback that you get about these things. So what are the hot topics
that need to be addressed?
First, when it comes to bullying, I think wala naman na masyadong nangyayari na bullying.
That's good.
Wala naman nararating sa amin.
So anong pinaka top of mind ngayon ng mga students? What are the things that they clamor for?
Involvement din, no?
Yeah.
I think involvement, because syempre, I think all of them want to serve pa rin, kahit papano. And so they've always been asking, how can we serve? How can you give us more opportunities? And we always make sure that the opportunities are present for them. Sign-ups are also open nung start pa lang ng school year.
July.
And we had the whole involvement fair for that. So that gave them ideas to see where they want to go. And a lot of for example, a lot of the student committees, like yung fair, for example, it takes a lot of people to make a fair happen. And yung faircom, both batches, malawak talaga yun, and each of them has their responsibility. So they of course they have to fulfill that.
That's still upcoming, no?
The fair will be happening on January 31 to Feb 1. So
paunahan nyo na yung junior high. Hindi daw natuloy yung junior high.
There was inclement weather. Ramon.
Alright.
We played it safe.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. So kayo, may date na kayo, January 30. We'll have you back then. I mean, para to promote
advertise,
the fair. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright.
Just to add rin, yun nga, like what Diego mentioned na, yung, for example, sa committees, nung June and July, I think the first obstacle na we face was so diba, it was recruitment week, and then di naman 100% sure na you'd get into the org or committee that you want. So I think a lot of students rin they were discouraged rin kasi di sila nakapasok doon sa committee nila. And
because some of them have tryouts or auditions, like
interviews, ganun. And nanghinayang sila to serve rin. And yun, like kasi they didn't get into the committee that they want. Pero I think naman na kahit wala sila dun sa committee na yun, I think na there's always gonna be another opportunity for them to be able to serve.
Be active and to...
For example, yung nabanggit kanina, yung applyan, yung coastal cleanup, which will be happening November 30. They only opened sign-ups for a couple of days, tapos napuno na agad. So they had to close it. So that's, I guess, another avenue it's headed by students, and it's also for the students to serve in. And
It's volunteer.
it's volunteerism pa rin. Yeah, and I think a happy problem then with some of our concerns. Kasi diba we had to appoint juniors. So syempre may screening process yun, may rigorous screening. We have to interview, you have to check their track record. And I think a happy problem that we had was yung talagang sobrang daming nag-apply. So
Yeah.
you could see talaga that people
Na they
wanted to get.
There's really a clamor to be involved and to be
So
engaged.
yeah, and I think that just goes to say na yung senior high is more yung lumalabas na yung pagka-leadership ng mga tao.
Yeah.
And they have more avenues to develop their social skills, their leadership skills, and their advocacies. So, and the orgs, the committees, they can propose projects na
You
support
feel naman,
them.
and the administration, your administration supports you.
They will
also.
support them, especially for example this apply ako sa cleanup.
Right.
Why wouldn't we support it? Because syempre, and it's been going on for
2 years.
several
It's
years.
the second year.
The second year,
I
yeah.
see.
So it's something that they look forward to. The fair is something people look forward to every year. Tapos there's also the ball committee and the prom committee, and those are
Oy.
You know.
Ayun
Yeah.
pala, ito yung stage. Senior high pala talaga yung ano, no,
yung dance,
and,
opo.
right. Oh, may dance. Okay.
So that's also part of siguro mingling din with the other people.
All right. And
Okay.
then, well, last Friday, diba, we were together, and we talked about Blue Biyahe. Alright,
Blue Biyahe.
Blue Biyahe,
Shuttle
particularly
service.
the shuttle
Opo.
service. All right. So, it was an initiative this time around by the Loyola Schools, all right, where we are providing some augmented transpo services due to the LRT2 situation.
Yes,
Na
yes.
decommission ng tatlong stasyon. So, we just wanted to help out our community members who were affected by that, no? And kumusta yung survey nyo? They conducted a survey, need survey, kapatid, no? They released it last Friday.
Yeah.
Nagkabit.
And so far, anong sabi ng ating constituents?
Oh yeah. So actually, we were gonna give the letter to you. We're gonna send it.
Okay.
But the results of our survey were kasi a huge portion of the senior high school commutes then.
Okay.
So yung I know people personally na affect ng LRT Katipunan, and it's changed yung times that they go home and go to school. So mas nahirapan sila because sometimes they get home late na and then may homework pa. So that's why we approached yung Loyola Schools for yung Ateneo Blue Biyahe shuttle service. And yung survey said na diba there are 2 routes.
That's right.
So across those 2 routes, mukhang baka mapuno na yung buses natin.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Okay, thank you.
so hopefully we'll be able to bring that to them. We're already finalizing with our admin, with
That's
our
right.
student.
They just need to sign the
We have the letter na, and we're gonna hopefully provide that service to them. I mean, as soon as possible.
Yes.
So yun, the survey showed that mga
30 plus.
more than 30 were interested in joining the Ateneo Blue Biyahe service.
From both
From
west
that's a
and
total
east,
from the SM Masinag and the Robinsons
Magnolia.
So,
Yeah.
mga half
Great.
siguro yun.
Oh.
And that's really how we tried to set it up. We really wanted to make sure that this would be open to not just the college students, but to pretty much everybody
Yeah.
in the university. And then hopefully, if this is a successful model, edi by next year even, diba? By starting January when
Yeah.
we're back from our Christmas breaks.
We can explore something.
More possibilities.
We can
to,
extend it to even more of our community members.
Yes, kasi for now, like what we said, no, it's slated until December 13. But
Kayo, kailan ba ang bakasyon ninyo?
It's a bit later than that. Pero,
really?
Yeah, it's, I think
pa-
December
December
20. Yeah, it's a
20.
week
Hanggang 20
after.
kayo.
classes nila kasabay na offices natin.
Right. Tayo kasi hanggang 20 rin. Okay.
Yan. Pero so, we'll be coordinating more closely with the Office of Sir Cholo because they're the ones who dispense the tickets.
Right.
Pero so kapatid, ngayon ano yung gusto nating ibalita tungkol sa Blue Biyahe?
Okay, so yun. So currently, we are doing one trip in the morning, which leaves at 6:30 in the
6:30
morning
a.m.
from SM Masinag and also from Robinson's Magnolia. So if you're at those places, all you have to do is buy a ticket before you ride. So currently the tickets are being sold sa Office for Student Services of the college. So
At
that's
Xavier
at
Hall?
Xavier Hall. So everybody naman passes through Xavier Hall, even our high school student, di ba, minsan bumababa kayo sa Egypt, sa Xavier Hall. Just buy your tickets from us. We're open until 5. Pero preferably, you buy your tickets before 4. Kasi yung cashier naman natin, they close at 4.
4.
Okay, so if you can buy your tickets anytime before 4 p.m., you get a ticket and you get to ride either in the morning, 6:30, or in the afternoon from Ateneo to both hubs also, SM Masinag and Robinson's Magnolia at 5:30. Yan naman ang
5:30.
afternoon trip natin, 5:30. Tapos may mga stops tayo in between, so we can service people who get off at what do you call it?
Gateway, for example.
Oo,
Yes,
tama, diba? The Gateway.
Across SM Marikina naman sa kabilang side.
Right. Oo, even sa Ayala Feliz for the people who live in
Feliz.
Pasig.
Right.
Sa may saan ba tayo ngayon? Sa may Mitsubishi Motors along Marcos Highway, which
Yeah.
services yung parang area sa may De La Paz. Philinvest, kasi a lot of people live in Town and Country, and Philinvest East, and then finally back to Masinag. Oo nga.
Okay.
So, I think it's very convenient kasi our Ateneo Blue Biyahe is really parang, I guess in a sense, parang point to point also from those two hubs, from straight inside Ateneo. So, hindi na kayo kailangan mag-tricycle or maglakad ng malayo, di ba? Bababa na lang kayo sa Gonzaga,
Yes.
which for you, for the high school students, parang yun na rin naman ang drop-off ninyo, di ba? Oo. Sa along Masterson sila doon sila bumababa to walk to the high school. So,
Yes.
it will definitely work out if we have more people riding the Ateneo Blue Biyahe, kasi there's going to be less cars and there's going to be less hassle for the commuters. So palaguin pa natin yung Ateneo Blue Biyahe, and hopefully sometime even before December we can do some midday trips.
Wow.
Yung kasi
Saan tayo
mag-Christmas
pupunta,
shopping na
kapatid?
tayo. Like kung gusto natin mag-SM Marikina or mag-UP Town Center for
pwede.
quick lunch breaks na gusto nyo mag
Baka mailibre tayo ni Justin sa Ali.
Oo nga, di ba? Oo nga.
Christmas lunch, Justin.
Libre pa ako doon kasi birthday month ko eh.
Oo.
Gusto mo ko libre doon?
Birthday month ko naman, December.
Ayan,
What?
perfect.
Birthday mo rin.
Pwede tayo magdaali using the Ateneo Blue
Nasa ba si Jen Chua?
So, yan. So, papaano rin namin yan. Do you have like days in the week where you end at like lunchtime or schedule ng senior high?
So, when you hit grade 12, the schedule becomes a lot more flexible. So,
Okay.
and that's in part to account for the more projects and paperwork and more involvements that you'll probably have.
I see.
So, kasi a lot of grade 12 is also writing papers and doing research projects. So, for us, for example, for STEM, Monday to Wednesday, we're dismissed at 1 p.m. That's why we're here right now.
See.
Yeah.
Great.
Tapos yung ibang strands, GA, they have their own schedules because GA has their own electives that they can choose. So they have their own, minsan 2 sila, minsan 3. Tapos Humes has dismissals at 2 p.m., 3 p.m. So it depends really on your strand. But there are some times na midday dismissal talaga, like 12. Alam ko yung ABM gets off at 12 noon on Mondays.
Yeah,
Upper grade 12.
ABM, right, this sem, they're 12 o'clock
Yeah.
from Monday to Wednesday.
And then sa junior high naman, it's the junior high schedule is mostly the same except for one day that you get dismissed at 3 p.m. because of your tulong dunong.
Okay.
And
junior
yung-
high na pala.
Yeah.
Ay, junior high tuloy. Grade 11 po.
Grade 11. I see.
Grade 11. So you have tulong dunong once a week. So that's a 3 p.m. dismissal because you go to the school, you teach, and then you go back early. Yeah.
All right, so that's definitely something we are looking forward to, the Ateneo Blue Biyahe,
That's
to
right.
service our senior high school students. Hopefully as soon as this week, basta
Once they iron out the details from their end, they'll send us their proposal.
Hooray!
But again, the tickets are at 30 pesos each, but are sold in bundles of 4.
4. Okay.
So it's 120 per set, no, and then you don't have to use the tickets the same day that you bought them. No, it's good until all tickets are good until December 13.
Right.
Oh, Ayan. And open siya kapatid nga no, sa lahat ng empleyado.
Correct.
Okay,
Oo.
so right now as far as students are concerned, up to senior high yung parang clearly pwedeng makisakay, no? So what
on
you
our
need,
own.
yes,
Yes.
oo. What you'll need are again your valid Ateneo ID and the ticket for every ride, no? And if either one is missing, unfortunately we cannot accommodate you for safety purposes.
Right.
So make sure you always have your ID and your Blue Biyahe ticket.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any other big events that are upcoming for the senior high up until you end the year in December? May mga things to look forward to?
Okay, still December. So aside from today actually, there's a bye-bye workshop.
All right, okay.
High school. November 18. That's today. Also by Aluncina, which is yung Philippine cultural
Ang
heritage.
ganda ng word niyo. Anong word niyo?
Aluncina.
What do you call again? Yung ano nila parang what do you call that particular group?
Sandigan group.
Sandigan.
Yes,
Ganda, no? Sandigan.
Sandigan.
Okay.
Tapos and they also have a ABM. The ABM Council also has business talk venture.
Today rin yun?
Today rin po.
Okay. Busy.
So we have lots of programs for our students then.
Question lang. I mean, with all the things happening in the senior high, who has the calendar? Maybe they can send it to us.
Padala nyo rin sa amin. So
O through Radio Katipunan
Sure.
at gmail.com para Sir Cholo and I can always update the community
Yes, well.
about what's happening, especially the events that are open to the public.
Yes.
Padala nyo sa amin ha.
Yes po.
Okay.
Yeah, because we've had a lot of public events in the past. Like for example, nung commemoration ng martial law,
Yeah.
we had special guest speaker, the Honorable Maria Lourdes Sereno.
Wow.
Who
She was here.
graced us with her presence. Sa senior high school, she gave a talk on
Martial law.
she basically, as in her own words, she signposted yung how martial law, kahit kami hindi namin naabutan, pero she showed na it's still relevant up to now na bang just because walang tatak na martial law doesn't mean that we're not facing injustice and oppression. And she was really inspirational. Some people were moved to tears talaga. And she was very empowering. So yun nga. So we hope that more of the community can experience that because that was open to everyone. Tapos November 29 naman, we have Teatro Bagong Tao, may tatanghal naman po sila.
Yeah. What was their production?
It's called May Katwiran ang Katwiran.
May katwiran ang katwiran. Okay.
Yes po. They will release details soon sa Facebook page namin. All of our updates on school events can be found on our Facebook page, SHS Sanggunian. You search that. Everything's there.
Ayun.
And then
For November pa, this coming Saturday, we have a fundraising movie screening for our Sanggu outreach. So
Frozen 2 ba ito?
yeah,
Frozen.
Frozen 2.
So yun
po
pala
sa
Frozen
inyo.
this week.
Yeah,
Wow.
premiere this Saturday yata nga sila.
Kasi at the end of the year, the Sanggu would always have an outreach. So the Frozen 2 movie screening is one way for us to raise funds for the outreach.
Very good.
Yes.
All right.
And
So tickets are sold at 380 pesos, and
Where will the screening be held? Yeah.
Ayala Mos Feliz.
All right. Malapit lang. Malapit lang. Okay.
Yeah, it's at 4 p.m. if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, 4 p.m. on Saturday.
Uy, pwede na ako manood ng Frozen.
So yes,
Elsa?
you can have
Okay.
tickets. And
So where can they buy tickets? Can they buy tickets in advance or doon na sa sa
They
mismo, ano?
can, I mean, obviously, pwede mismo sa senior high school page, sa senior high school campus. But then,
Campus,
if they want to message the ASHS Sanggunian Facebook page,
Okay.
then we can make something happen.
To reserve tickets.
Yes, po.
Okay.
And
Nice. And
then,
only at 380. Mura to, in fairness.
Mura yun.
Mura yun. Hindi na lalayo sa standard
Yeah.
ticket
yes.
ng ano.
Tapos premiere pa. So,
At makakatulong pa kayo.
At nakatulong pa.
sa outreach, syempre.
Outreach.
Nice.
That's, yun yung punot dulo actually ng fundraising na to. Is outreach din. So, it goes to a good cause.
Okay. And are there any other events for like December, early December?
Well, we have until this Friday. We're finalizing it, but we will be having we will be accepting donations sa senior high school first floor foyer. We will be accepting donations for the victims of the recent Mindanao earthquakes because
Okay.
up to now, kahit medyo ilang linggo na dumaan, they're still facing the realities of what happens
That's
when
right.
there's an earthquake. So we're accepting donations. Some of the more requested things are towels, tents, food packs, hygiene kits. But anything is accepted, and they'd be grateful to have that.
Where can people drop off their donations if ever?
Sa senior high school first floor foyer, we're providing an area there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that can be targeted to pretty much the high school community na
Yes,
the
but that-
parents and the supporters, I guess.
We'll
of
be advertising that din
students.
on our.
Okay.
We'll make sure that all the students know so that they have a chance.
Pero
din.
tayo tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang ating
Yes.
di ba?
Actually, ang
Ating
maganda
drive.
dyan kapatid, na ang Central Ad and LS is mostly gathering cash.
Right, correct.
No, but
Oo.
what
We
I'm
also
hearing naman,
we
Dream
shared
Team.
your Facebook post din about the bank account. Yeah.
But
Nice.
kayo, you collect
Yung
items din, no? So, if you have
Oo.
clothes, of course, sana usable clothes. So, wag naman yung mga gown or mga... Kasi yun yung problema daw dati talaga eh. No, magbibigay ka ng gown. No,
Pero di naman, yeah.
let's be mindful also of what we donate, no? So, hygiene packs, food... Did you tama ba? Did you mention food?
Food packs and hygiene kits and flashlights.
Yun.
Blankets.
Lahat na, yes.
Blankets.
Tents, di ba?
Yes.
Great.
Alright.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. And this won't be the last. Kung pwede nga, gawin natin regulars yung dalawang to para
Oh, once a month.
at least once a month,
Update.
di ba?
Yeah.
Oh, and then bring the other Sanggu officers.
Yes, we'd love to
Lalo na
meet
yung
them.
female leaders student leaders natin. So,
Ayan.
we get
And I guess,
exposure.
and also there, di ba, yung mga, what you call that, yung mga moderators ninyo.
Yes.
From
Oh.
Zell at saka,
Si
yan,
Chris.
isama natin sila. At saka si
Miss Chris
Chris.
Lacdao, yan,
Great.
yan, yan.
So, thank you, Matthew and Diego. Thank you for joining
Palakpakan
us
naman
today
natin
for
si
Atin
Matthew
Yan.
at Diego.
And we will look forward to, kayong dalawa, to seeing you in the Loyola Schools, hopefully by next year.
Yes.
Okay. And more great leaders to come out of our senior high school. We'll see you all. Sana makakuha tayong tickets for Game 2. Ako, naghihintay pa ako kung bihiyaan ako ng tickets for
Games, one big fight.
We will see you at the
Bonfire.
cafeteria. And the bonfire.
And the bonfire.
That's right, this coming Saturday. Ayan.
So after manood ng ano oras yung film screening?
Oo nga, no?
Pwedeng dumiretso na rin po sa bonfire.
Oh, so 4 o'clock. Sakto. So mga 7 to 8 o'clock naman nagsisimula yung bonfire
At
program.
4 o'clock yung movie.
Yes, po.
Frozen 2. That's good. That's good.
From being
Maga.
frozen to being fiery.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. So one big fight, everybody. Let's get behind our team for hopefully one last game this coming Wednesday. And thank you so much for joining us. Salamat sa lahat ng mga nakinig. Si Pao Persil. Ayan.
Hello, Pao.
Of course, the people downstairs in
Our Jescom friends.
Our Jescom friends. Thank you so much for tuning in for this
Yes.
week. We'll do it all again next week. Maraming salamat, kapatid. We'll see you on Thursday.
Thursday. Sana po meron kaming...
Meron natin tayong guest.
yes, we have our guest. We have
Hopefully, our friends from the Ateneo Blue Repertory
Atin Blue Rep to
will join
promote
us.
the final leg of their shows
Tama,
this
tama.
November.
Okay, so thank you so much for Atin Yan. Once again, tune in for the rest of the shows dito lang po sa Radyo Katipunan
87.9.
Atin Yan. Catch the latest news about the latest happenings in and around the Ateneo. Atin Yan. Be in the know and get to know persons and personages in the Ateneo. Atin Yan. Atin Yan. Ateneo Yan. Atin Yan. Bye.